I love nursing. Nursing is 100% my passion for two reasons. I'm a complete nerd and I love science. I think the human body is remarkable and figuring out the things to make it work better. I love people. I've always been an extrovert and interacting with people, all kinds of people. Happy people, sad people, mad people, high people, low people. I have worked in the field for 6 months now. In the emergency room, you get all specialties. You get neuro, you get cardiovascular, you get pediatrics, you get moms in labor, you get, just everything. So it's a specialty of all specialties. This story happened about, I think it was like five months into my career. It was an older woman who had fallen that morning and potentially hit her head. Now, this woman was special because she had a machine that's called an LVAD. It's basically saving her life, and if at any point it turns off, she will die. We loaded her up. We have like a portable monitor that we'll stick in the bed with her. While the doctors are doing all their exams and stuff, I'm charting everything that's happening, getting all her vitals in, learning about her history, what she looks like, that sort of thing. Putting it all in the system. We went to CT scan. It takes about 5 or 10 minutes. We'll pull the patient up next to the CT scanner, slide her over, push her in, and right away, I heard them say, "Oh, that's a huge brain bleed." It'll put pressure on the brain so that the midline is shifted one way or the other. And it was so significant that it was actually pushing her brain to the other side. We got her back onto the bed. We were in a rush to get her back to the room because it was necessary to get her the blood clotting medications. She was on a particular medication that was called Coumadin, and there's a particular reversal medication called vitamin K that will stop the effects of Coumadin and essentially halt the brain bleed. However, those medications we don't have on hand in the ER, so it was a struggle to get it upstairs. We had to call the pharmacy multiple times, and we actually ended up sending someone down there because it was so emergent. We needed to get those medications on board. On the way upstairs, we stopped by CT scan for a second time, but this time I didn't actually know the results because the neurologist wasn't with me. We took her upstairs. I handed off to the ICU nurse who would be caring for her.
Hey, you doing okay? I want you to look past my light. I'm going to shine a bright light in your eyes.
And that was the last I saw. The ER nurse's job is hard in some ways because we patch people up, send them upstairs, and we never know what happens to our patients, good or bad. I think this is actually the first time I got to hear the results of what happened to one of my critical patients. It was about 2 weeks later when one of the LVAD nurses, who had been with me that whole day caring for her, stopped and said, "Hey, you were the nurse caring for that one lady." And she told me that she had survived without ever being intubated and was recovering well and would plan on returning home. The significance of that is weighty because this woman was so old and her heart was in such a detrimental place that if she were to need surgery to evacuate the brain bleed, she would die. And so that's why her family was all there at that point, because they thought at that time she was gonna need surgery. So I felt thankful for being part of such a great team, and really thankful that I got to hear how she was after 2 weeks, because that never happens, and felt proud of the work that we did to save her in such tight circumstances. So I'm thankful.